بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. أخواني طلبة وطالبات الصف التاسع الأساسي لهذا العام، أحييكم بتحية الإسلام، كما أحيي بذلك أولياء الأمور وجميع المشاهدين من خلف قناة عمان الثقافية. طبعا إن شاء الله اليوم راح نكمل مسيرتنا التعليمية مرة أخرى، وفي ثاني يوم من شهر رمضان المبارك أعاده الله تعالى علينا جميعا باليمن والبركات وأعواما عديدة بإذن الله تعالى. طبعا before I start my lesson, I'd like to make an announcement that this or today is going to be the last lesson for Unit 2. And of course you have come across those three things that I'm going to teach you guys today: reading, vocabulary, and some grammar rules. Hopefully that you are, for the time being, you are with me, and I'd like you to have your notebook. You can just write some kind of notes in your phrase book as much as you can, because we've got some kind of important things that I'd like to declare today. So are you ready to enjoy this lesson? Very good. Before we start again, I'd like to welcome Group A, Group B, Group C. Hopefully that you are fine today and well. Okay, so let's go straight forward to our lesson. So today's lesson we are going to have reading, vocabulary, and grammar rules. And of course, are you ready to enjoy these three things? Yes, of course you are. Right, for the sake of reading, I've got again the same text. I know that you're about to feel like fed up with those kind of tasks, but they are very important. As far as you can know, that English language has got a wonderful mix of so many skills, and we're talking about the four skills: reading, writing, grammar, and speaking. And of course we are going to go through these three skills together. For the reading, I'm going to give you like something what we call, do you remember the first lesson that was taught by me in semester number 1? You've got some wonderful mix of questions. Then I taught you guys how to really answer those comprehensive questions correct without making any kind of mistakes. And today again, I'm going to go through the same process, and hopefully that you have remembered all of those kind of advice all. So are you ready to enjoy the moment of glory together? Very good. Before we start our lesson, I'd like to go through the objectives for my lesson today. In this live broadcast, students will be able to, the first one, differentiate between polite and impolite words. And what I meant by this is that you're going to have like a wonderful mix of words in a small box. And this small box contains so many words, and all of those words are adjectives. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to ask you guys to open your Oxford Dictionary in front of you for those people or those students who find some kind of words difficult to understand. And for those who really know all the meanings of those words in Arabic, I think they have got the idea. So you're going to divide these words into two sections: polite and impolite words. I'll give you an example. If I say, for example, respectful. Now, the word respectful, is it going under the polite category or impolite category? Thank you so much, Group C. Yes, it is polite category. That is correct. So I think you've got the idea. Am I right? Very good. Behind the screen too. Have you got it? Very nice. And then objective number 2, you've got in front of you: skim and scan reading text for the purpose of providing information. As I've told you, earlier, that I've repeated this talk so many times, but it's a little bit different. But the technique that I'm going to use is very similar to the previous semester lesson number 1 taught by me, if you can just remember. And then let's go to objective number 3. Use some grammar rules to find out the suitable word that matches a certain sentence when filling blanks. This one is very simple. I know that so many students have got some kind of clouds settled in their heads when it comes to filling gap task. You've got like some written words in a box, right? And this box has got some words, and you have to really use them to fill the blanks with the accurate one. Today I'm going to teach you a strategy Very good strategy in order to answer all of those kind of questions correct. Because as far as I can know, according to my experience, that we've got some students who take so much time when it comes to answering such tasks. And I don't want you guys be in the same position. You can just answer those kind of fill-in blank tasks correctly without having so much time. And then I've got this objective again in front of you: create positive and negative ideas. Well, this objective is meant to what? To divide. You've got some sentences, and within those sentences I'd like you to put them into categories: positive sentences and negative sentences. And I feel like you are going to rock it without any kind of problems. And then going to the last objective together, understand the difference between soft G and hard G. We've got some students cannot, for example, let me just clarify this a little bit. Let's say, for example, the word, I'm going to write it in front of you. For example, this one. So we've got so many students, according to my experience again, they pronounce it as Joel, which is incorrect. Why is that? There is a rule that you have to follow in order to pronounce the G sound. Is it G or G? Is it J or G? Okay, so there is a specific rule I'd like you to really focus on. Just bear in mind that this rule is not available in your class book or skills book. Okay, so again and again, I'd like to remind you about having your phrase book in front of you and a piece of, let's say, a pencil, whatsoever the thing is in front of you, so that you can just write some notes down. Are you ready? Very good. Right, so I think this task is going to be very crystal clear and very simple. You've got all of those vocabulary items in front of you. Can you see them? Who can read the first one? Who can read this one together? Students, yes, polite, exactly. We don't say polite. No, we should say p. There is air comes out of your mouth again. Do you remember the last lesson? We talked about so many vocabulary items like the word impressive. We don't say impressive, we say imp. There is air comes out of your mouth. Okay, it's very important to do that. So, polite. Then the other word, we can just read it for me. Respectful, respectful, exactly. What about this one? Rude, very good. Any difficult words till this moment? Should we keep going? Yeah, very good. Let's go to this one. Who can read it? Behind the screen, who can tell me? Impolite, exactly. Oh, I've heard somebody telling me, well, this is the opposite of the word polite. That is correct. So I feel like the task is going to be very easy for all of you, like a piece of cake. Am I right? Very nice. And then what about this one? Friendly, exactly, friendly. And then the other one, appreciative, exactly, appreciative. That is correct. Going to this one, who can read it for me? Let's turn, no, give them a chance. Group A, tell me. Well-mannered, that is correct. Well-mannered, that is correct. What about you, Group B? Your turn. Offensive, exactly. What is the opposite of the word offensive? Have you come across this word? Yes, Group C, you have come across it. That is very lovely. So, who can tell me, one of you guys, what is the opposite of the word offensive? Defensive, exactly, defensive. Like the word defensive weapons. They are not meant to, to start a fight or to, let's say, to attack other people. They are not made to attack people, but they are made to defend the situation, the area, the country, whatsoever the place is. So offensive, it's the opposite of the word defensive. Offensive, like the word attacking. You're attacking someone using whatsoever you are using. Like, for example, let's say, I don't want to mention all of those things, but you are attacking someone by something. It can be orally, if you are attacking him by your talk. Like, it's not that much good. It's ill-mannered. It's not well-mannered. So you've got this one. Who can read it for me? I've read it myself. Yes, ill-mannered. Thank you so much, Group B. And then you've got this one again. I feel like this word maybe it's a little bit new for you people. Am I right? Behind the screen, give them the chance. Yes, who can read it for me? Very loud, okay? Courteous. Exactly, courteous. Yes, it is. Courteous. Very good. Excellent, Group A. It's very similar to the word polite and respectful. Come under the same umbrella. That is very lovely work together. Thank you so much, students. It seems that although you are fasting, but you are very, very hard-working people. I can just say that. And then the last one is very simple. We have come across well-mannered, and then ill-mannered, this one, and then this one, who can just read it for me again behind the screen? Who can just read it? Bad-mannered, exactly. So, again, the same question. How do you find these words? Are those words adjectives or nouns? Who can tell me? Excellent. All of you, Group A, B, and C. Yes, they are adjectives. They are all adjectives. And by the way, they are very lovely adjectives. I'll be very glad if I can just know all of you use most of these words once you try to describe, let's say, a personality, a famous person whom you know. If you want to write something about a famous person, you want to write something about his personality, if he's good, if he's bad. And instead of saying, well, for example, Mr. Abdullah. Mr. Abdullah is a very good person or a good teacher. We don't have to say good all the time because all human beings in this country really know the meaning of the word good. Why don't you try to be very special when it comes to writing? Why don't you like to attract the teachers or the whatsoever the person who's reading your writing task? Am I right? Yes, so I'd like you to have like a wonderful mix of those words when it comes to describe personalities. Polite, respectful, rude, impolite, friendly, appreciative, well-mannered, offensive, ill-mannered, courteous, bad-mannered. All of those words are adjectives. Now, your task is what? Is it to learn those vocabulary items? No, your job is to, divide these divide these words into categories. Now, if you have, how many words do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So what I'd like you to do is to divide these words into two sections. What are those sections, teacher? I'm going to write something here for you. Polite words and impolite words. This is your job. I'm going to change the color. Right, let's go to those words one by one. Okay, polite, very simple. Yes, all of you, correct. Yeah, it comes here. The word polite. I'm not going to write it all, but you have, I think it's very crystal clear for you guys that the first one is polite. I'm going to shorten. Okay, now is it clear? Okay, now let's go to the second one, respectful. Okay, does it go to impolite category or polite category? Behind the screen, thank you so much. Yes, it is. Respectful, teacher, it's here. Very good. Excellent, that is correct. Wonderful job, all of you. And then going to the third one, again, who can just read it? Group A. Rude, exactly, comes under which umbrella? Is it polite or impolite? Excellent, yes it is. Rude, it's here. Sorry guys, I'll just write it again. Yes, it is. Rude, yeah, comes under the word impolite category. So, never be rude, okay? Rude is something that is very negative to describe a personality of a human being. Just be polite, be respectful, but never be rude, okay? Especially when you treat other people or when you talk to other people, okay? Then you've got this word impolite. As I've heard someone, from Group C, I think, I don't remember, but one of you guys, he said with the opposite of the word polite is impolite. That is correct. So go straight forward under which umbrella? Very nice. Yes, it is. Here it is. Impolite. Very nice. And then you are going to go this word, the word friendly. Friendly. Is it going to which? Excellent, Group A. Thank you so much. Going to the first one. Polite. I'm not going to write it all. You have already known this word for like ages. Am I right? So friendly goes under the umbrella of the word polite. Am I right? Excellent. Good. And then going to this one, appreciative. Like, let me give you this example. You appreciate someone's work. It means that you really admire it. You like it. You love it. You find it like a piece of art, something that is very sophisticated, so stunning, majestic for you. So comes under which umbrella? Exactly. Yes, it is. Polite. Well done. Very good. I'm not going to write it all again. Going to this one, well-mannered. Yes, I can hear you guys. We've got 3 words that have got the word mannered. If you can just check this one. Here it is, mannered. And then you've got this one too, mannered. And then there is one more, mannered. So you've got 3 words, am I right? Well-mannered, and then ill-mannered, and then bad-mannered. All of those words, although they carry the same word, mannered, but they carry different meaning. Why is that, teacher? Because of those words that are preceded it. If you have a look at this one, let me just change the color of this. Let me say, okay. If you look at well, and then ill. Now, I know that you guys are going to tell me, well, ill, teacher, it means like the word sick. Like those people who are sick, they should go to the hospital because they are sick. Am I right? Yes, it is. But at the same time, the word ill can be used to describe a personality of a human being. If you just add ill, the word in the word mannered, it becomes impolite word. Sorry, because I've already answered this one. But I'd like to show you the difference between these 3 words, okay? Now, ill-mannered and bad-mannered, they what? Exactly. Thank you so much, Guru Bey. They carry the same meaning. They are very close to each other in terms of meaning. That is correct. What about well-mannered? Exactly. It's positive. Something well-mannered, it means like polite. Very, very close. Let's say polite, respectful, friendly, all of those words come under the umbrella of the word polite and well-mannered too. So I've already answered these 3 words, so we can just repeat the answer for me. Let's say polite, behind the screen your test, very obvious and crystal clear now, right now. Well-mannered goes to which umbrella? Widima, exactly, very good. Yes, goes to this one. Let me just change the color again. Sorry, okay. So you've got this one, well-mannered, exactly. Excellent, I'm very, very proud of you guys. Okay, and then what about ill-mannered, the opposite of well-mannered? Going straight forward to impolite category. That is excellent answer. Yes, it is. So you're going to write here ill-mannered. That is correct. And going to the last one that we have already discussed together, the bad-mannered adjective goes to which umbrella? Who can just tell me? Let's say Group B, your turn. Very good. Yes, impolite. Very good. This one is bad-mannered. That is correct. So again, remember that all of those words in front of you, like rude, impolite, ill-mannered, bad-mannered, that we have already discussed, comes under the umbrella of impolite. Instead of saying impolite or someone being like bad person, instead of saying bad person, we say impolite, we say rude, we say ill-mannered, we say bad-mannered, whatsoever. All of those words are very suitable for such context. Okay, and going for the polite, just to repeat again, you've got this one polite, and then respectful, and then friendly, appreciative, and then well-mannered. All of those words come under the umbrella of the word polite category. Going to the word offensive. Remember our discussion about this word together? We said what? Offensive. It's the opposite of the word yes, behind. Exactly behind the screen. Thank you so much. Give them a clap. Although you are fasting, but I believe in you that you guys, you can do it. You are so active and dynamic. I love it. So offensive, yes it is. Defensive, the opposite of it. Defensive. Right, when someone attacks you, group A, B, and C, if I may ask, when someone attacks you, let's say by his, let's say by rude words, or something, by an action, or something that you don't like, is it an action that we can call it polite action or impolite action? Exactly, impolite action. So this one goes to this one. Never be offensive. Never be offensive. It's a bad adjective, a bad feature of a human being, okay? Try your best to be what? Defensive, but in a very respectful way, okay? Okay, I've heard you guys whispering. How comes, teacher? Well, let me tell you this. Okay, someone is trying to make fool out of you in front of people. Never just act the same as he did, okay? Try to be very polite. Offensive, it's very rude word. It means that you are going to attack him by your word. You are going to be like the same. There is no differences between you guys. You are in the same umbrella of something that is, you know, people find it rude to go to. They don't want to be in the same, let's say, the same page, you and that guy whom you are attacking. So never be offensive, but be defensive. Just wait for that guy to finish his talk. And once he finishes, then you can just come up with some evidence, but in a very soft way of talking, very polite. And even your voice is not that much loud. It's louder than his. You know what I'm talking about, right? Yes, you have got the idea. Exactly. And then going so offensive. And then courteous. Going to, yes it is, going to the polite category. Because they are very similar to those words, let's say, polite, respectful, friendly, appreciative, all of those. Have you got the idea? So what is really important in this task? Why did I spend too much time talking about this task? I feel like all of those words, people, they are very important. Never, never, never forget them. They are very lovely and useful when it comes to writing and even when it comes to speaking. Okay, people will find you that you are very sophisticated when you talk this way, when you use those words. They will just like, wow, I'd just like to be like this guy in the future. What an excellent student who speaks a very lovely language, using a variety of adjectives when talking about personalities. Okay, this is the main objective. Okay, very nice. Going straight forward. This is what we have already talked about. Do you remember the strategy? Let me just zoom it a little bit. Okay. Now, in this reading text, you've got some written questions below, and I don't want to show them to you straightforward because I'd like to remind you about the thing that we have studied together. Do you remember the last semester, lesson number 1 taught by me? Do you remember such tasks? What should we do in order to answer comprehensive questions related to such task? Who can just remind me? Exactly, mashallah alaykum. It seems that you haven't forgotten anything from that lesson. I'm very proud of you all. Yes, again, could you please repeat this for the audience so that they can hear you guys? Very good. They should look at the last word or the last phrase. That is correct. Or the verb if it is indirect questions. Excellent. And then what? Then once, very good. Did you hear that? Behind the screen, did you hear this? They said what? After you find the phrase or after you underline the phrase or the word or the verb, if it is indirect question, you can just go straight forward to what? To the reading text. And again, what should you do? Exactly, that is very lovely work. Yes, you are going to find that phrase or that word. And once you find it, the answer is straight after it immediately. You don't have to complicate yourself. Well, let's try this again together, shall we? In the second semester for the second time. And of course, it's not the second thousands of times, to be honest. But this one, really matches the first, the strategy or the technique that I've taught you guys. Okay, now let's go to the first one. Question number 1. Who can just read it for me? What is UN an abbreviation for? What do you mean by the word abbreviation? Any ideas? Exactly, like shortcut. Okay, let me tell you something. If I say, let's say this one. For example, GRM stands for what? Grammar, exactly. So instead of writing the word grammar as a whole, I can just have the abbreviation of it, GRM. Have you got it? Now, UN, this one, okay, it's what? Abbreviation of what? Okay, let's go straight forward to this task. Okay, have a look at it. The United Nations, or UN. Or UN. UN stands for what then? This or that. Or instead of saying this, we can say UN. So instead of saying what? Exactly. The national, that is correct. Sorry, the United Nations. This is answer for question number 1. Exactly. Still, teacher, we didn't use the technique that you've already talked about. Yes, we didn't, but let's go straight forward to question number 2 and find out. Okay, so question number 2, who can read it behind the screen? When was the UN formed? That is correct. Now tell me, your turn. What should I do? I'm not going to talk today. Your turn, tell me. Formed, exactly. What should we do? Okay, this is the word formed. Okay, I've already put a circle in there. And once, okay, the next step is what? Exactly behind the screen, exactly. Teacher, go back and try to find the word formed. That is correct. Let's find it together, shall we? Now, okay, the United Nations UN was formed. Here it is, teacher. Excellent. Now, what are we talking about? Teacher, we're talking about when. MashaAllah alaykum. You are so active and dynamic today, although you are fasting. When do we use, okay, what, the answer should be what? Once the question starts with WH questions, WH question when? Exactly, time. Very good. So we're talking here about time. And then formed, you have already said that we should match it to what? To the text, and we have already found it together. To be honest, you have found it yourself. I didn't. So formed, we're talking about time. 1945, exactly. Have a look. The answer is what? Is just after the word formed. See the point? So once you use such techniques when it comes to final exams or quizzes or tests, whatever the grade is, we're talking about grade 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Even once you go to colleges, universities, whatsoever the place is, sometimes you come across such questions. And once you apply this technique, you have you have proved, or let's say, you have made it correct for yourself, and you are going to get a mark for that one for sure. Right, let's go straight forward to question number 3. Why do the countries, who can just read it for me, of the make exactly rules? Again, what should we do? Who can tell me? What should we do? Behind the screen again, you turn. Turkey, tell me. Find make rules. Okay, that is a very lovely point. Okay, let's find out. Let's apply what Mr. Turkey has told us. Okay, so make rules. Let's find it. Come on, guys. Your turn, group A, B, and C. Okay, who can just find it for me? Make rules. People from different countries meet to talk about things that people think are important. Okay, have we come across the word make rules? Not yet. Sorry, let's continue reading. Okay, the countries of the UN make rules. Teacher, stop there. That is correct. Okay, I'll stop. And then what? Make a circle in there. That is very lovely work. Make rules. Good, good. Now the question is what? We have already found make rules. And then what? Why? What does it mean in Arabic? Or let's forget about the Arabic one. We have already talked about this so many times, thousands of times. Why stands for what? Yes, it is. Exactly. Thank you, all of you, group A, B, and C. Once we want to talk about a cause or a reason, we should say like, because of blah, 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 then we're talking about why. Why we should, or the answer should be what? Because, or so that, or in order to, or due to the fact. Okay, all of those words or phrases that you have heard, you can just write them down because they are very beneficial when it comes to such questions. Okay, again, teacher, you have stopped me on this phrase, make rules. Okay, and then what should we do next? Find it. We have already found it. That is correct. Teacher, we're talking about why, then we're talking about because, or so far, or so that, or in order to, or due to the fact. All of those kind of phrases, they are meant to be used once we're talking about what, why, yes, questions. The answer should be, should start with those kind of phrases. Right, so make rules, you have it, and then you've got, we said the right, or so the answer is just right after the phrase, make rules. So what is the answer? So that, yes it is. Again, I've told you to write some notes in your phrase book. I said so that, in order to, okay, due to the fact, because, and of course you've got so many phrases that you know are used to answer those kind of questions. Start with why. Okay, so you've got this so that phrase in front of you. People who are from different cultures can learn to live together. That is correct. Excellent. We said that the answer is just right after the phrase. So this is question number 3. Very good. So far so good. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Very nice. Let's go to question number 4. What is CRC an abbreviation for? Again, this is your job, not going to do anything. Who can just do it? Could you please just come to the stage? Never feel shy. Please come. Exactly. Show me. Right, so abbreviation of what? Where is the CRC? Where can you see it? Exactly, teacher. I can see it. Very good. Here it is. CRC. Do we have some other CRCs? Yes, we have, teacher. Here it is. CRC. Exactly. So one of those is the abbreviation. We have to find the abbreviation of CRC. Okay, who can tell me? Wow, what a clever boy. Exactly. Teacher, you've said something earlier about the United Nations. What did I say? Okay, the or. Exactly. Or. So, teacher, what did I do? What I did is I've matched this one to this sentence, and I feel like the answer of this, exactly, thank you so much. Convention, which is C, on the rights are, and then child, C. The CRC. Have you got it? This is like whatsoever the answer of question number 4. Exactly. I'm very proud of you. Just keep it as it is till the end of this lesson. Am I right? Yeah, just be dynamic, be active. Okay, let's go to this one. 5. How many? I should stop here. What are we talking about? Please, who can tell me? How many? Thank you so much, group A, B, and C. We're talking about number, exactly. So we have to find what? A number. Number of what? Then we have to keep what? To keep reading the question as a whole. How many articles does the CRC have? We're talking about what? Articles, exactly. So let's find out how many. We're talking about number, a specific number. How many articles? Let's go back. Why shouldn't we go back? Okay, who can tell me? Behind the screen, I've heard so much noise in there. I know that you know the answer. Okay, one of you. No, don't be offensive. Just calm yourself down. Okay, I can see you. Okay, tell me, Mr. I cannot see your name. Aisha, yes. Aisha, tell me. Where? Oh, okay, we're talking about numbers. We've got so many numbers teachers. That is correct, Aisha. Very good point. We've got so many what? Numbers in here. Sorry, can you see them? All of those numbers. Do we have some other numbers? All of those numbers, teacher, what should we do? Very good. Here we should go to the second option. What is the second option, teacher? The word articles. You want to find the word articles in all of those sentences. You will find them, you will find it only in one sentence. Who can show it to me? Who can show it to me? Again, Aisha, I'll give you the space so that everyone can see her. Okay, come Aisha, behind the screen. Tell me, where is it? Exactly, Aisha, thank you. You are so clever, brilliant. Very lovely work, I love it. Yes, teacher, we've got this word articles. Am I right, group A, B, and C? Exactly. Now, there is a number in this sentence. Where is it? Exactly, yes, it is 54, nothing else. Do you have some other numbers in the same sentence? Let's read it. Let's find out together. Why shouldn't we? There are 54 articles or rules in the CRC which help us to think about many things. See the point? This is the only number that we have in this sentence. Exactly. And it is correct. So this is number 5. Very lovely. And going to number 6. What things, who can read it for us? Okay, let's say group B. What things does the CRC help us think about? Okay, so what should we do again? Again and again. Teacher, look at the last phrase. Okay. Let's look at the last phrase and what should we do next? Who can tell me? Okay, match it to the text exactly. Never forget such technique. It's very, very, very fundamental when it comes to grade 7, 8, and 9. Final exams, I think you are going to use such technique. Okay, so think about going straight forward to the text. Where is it? Who can tell me? Think exactly. Tutor, the word think is here. Very good. Do you remember the last, let's say, that lesson that we have already discussed earlier, taught by me, the first lesson? This technique, do you remember? I said something. Whether you can just find the answer of the same, or for the question in the same sentence you find the phrase, or there is or in between, or you can just find it in the next sentence immediately. I mean what? What do I mean by this? You've got this full stop in front of you. So this sentence about think ends up in this word, things, full stop, because we've got this full stop punctuation. Am I right? And then we said the answer is just right after this sentence. What is after the sentence? These include, exactly. So we're talking about what here? Things. Does this CRC help us think about? What? You've got 3 points. Exactly. Thank you so much. So you've got how to respect, how to be responsible citizen, and how to look after the children of the world. Okay, that is very lovely. Any kind of questions? Do you have some questions, people? Is it very crystal clear? Have you got the idea how to answer comprehensive questions? Well done. Okay, now let's go to this one. Now, let me tell you something about this one. Okay, now this one, do you remember that I've told you something about fill-in gap task? You've got all of those words in front of you: songs, cultural, work, friendliness, traditional, New York, and then the last one is what? Crew. Exactly. So all of those words, what should we do? Very nice. All of you know that we have to use all of those words and what? To fill the blanks with the suitable word. But there is but in between. And I'm very sure about this fact. Tell me, can you just answer all of those? Is it a matter of filling the blanks, or is it something else? Yes, it is something else. Exactly. Can you just... Is it very easy to fill all of those blanks with the suitable word from this box? Is it easy? Maybe it is easy for some, but it is difficult for the others. So how can I just, make you all make this task very clear, very simple, just like as a piece of cake without making any kind of mistakes? I'll tell you a trick today. I'm going to teach you a very lovely trick. Even when it comes to final exam, I'd like you to do the same. Believe me, it's very beneficial and lovely. You will thank me later. Of course, you've got this word songs. Tell me, is it noun or verb? Yes, it is. Exactly, it's noun. Very good. This is what you have to do. Cultural. It's what? Adjective. Nice. Work. Verb. Thank you so much. It can be noun, but let's say verb. Very good. So you've got noun, adjective, verb. And then you've got this one, friendliness. Who can tell me? Group A. Yes, it is. Noun. So let's say this noun 1, this noun 2, adjective, verb. Then traditional, adjective, exactly. So this one, adjective 2, this one 1. And then New York. Of course, it's what? Very crystal, yeah. Everyone knows it. It's a noun, exactly. And going to the last one, crew. Noun. So how many nouns do we have in this box? Noun 1, then 2, 3, and 4. Let's number them. This one 3, this number 4. And adjectives, 2 adjectives. And work, we've got only one verb, that is work. That is correct. Okay, now it's going to be very simple. Believe me. Now let's try this. After we divided these two words in their own categories, noun, adjective, verbs, whatsoever, and then adverbs. Of course, we don't have adverbs. Let's fill this task and let's try, or let's see whether this task is going to be very simple or not. Okay. Good morning, listeners. Today we're talking to Tariq Salim. Tariq is a member of what? Of the... We're not talking about those. I don't want to mention those because I've made some kind of adjustments in this task. Okay, you've got the word the in here. What comes next? Exactly, noun. Very lovely. To teacher, we should have a noun here. That is correct. Sorry, can I just erase it? Okay, again, let me choose another. Okay, this one. Okay, so teacher, we should have a noun. Exactly. Very good. How many nouns do we have? See the point? Now your life is a little bit easier than before. Instead of looking at all of those words at once, you can just look at those 4 words, nothing else. So you've got N1 songs, New York, friendliness, and then crew. Which one is suitable for this one? Still, we don't know. Let me, continue the explanation for this one in order to get it right. Have a look to this one. From Shabab, we should continue reading the whole sentence. When it comes to filling gap task, we should complete reading the whole sentence, okay? So, member of the noun from Shabab man, that's visiting us. Here is the key. Visiting us. Let's talk about songs. Now, songs, does it have a feature of human beings? Can songs visit us? Well, hello, song. How are you? Could you please just visit me tomorrow morning? Yes, I can. Yes. Oh, do we have songs speak like us? So this one, exactly no. So this one cannot visit us. Songs cannot visit us. So this one is what? Exactly. See the point? We have already crossed one of those nouns. 3 nouns left. Okay, let's go to this one. New York. New York. Can New York, come New York, visit me. I'll be waiting for you tomorrow morning. Can I just say this to you, New York? Is it a name of a human being? We cannot. It's a name of what? It's a city, exactly. So this doesn't have a human feature. So this is what? Irrelevant. Exactly. We've got 2 nouns left. Okay, let's talk about friendliness. Again, does it have the feature of human being? Is it alive? The word friendliness, is it alive? Something that can move? Exactly, cannot move. Something what? Irrelevant. There is only 1 noun left. What is it? Crew, exactly. What does it mean in Arabic now? Should we know the meaning of those words in Arabic? You don't have to know the meaning of all of those words in Arabic. It's very lovely. Once you understand the trick, then you can just answer the question correct without making any kind of mistakes. And if you make, believe me, you are not going to make that much mistakes because you have been playing the role of detective. Okay, very good. So visiting us crew matches this one. Excellent. Us here in. We know that in what? We're talking about in where. Where? So there is only one noun that talks about a place. What is it? New York. That is correct. So here is N3. Here it is N4. N3, exactly. N3. New York. Excellent. See, that was very simple. Now, I'd like you to forget about this one. Or we can just read it together. Tariq, tell me about your visit. Shabab Oman is here as a part of the what celebrations for the CRC? What? Have a look. This word is noun, exactly. And there is what? A space preceded this noun, celebration. So what is it? What do you remember the rules? We have already talked about those rules. I don't remember when, but in the past, maybe in the first semester, I don't remember. But what did we say about such a thing? You've got a noun and there is a space preceded it, then we're talking about adjective, exactly, group B and C. Excellent, we're talking about adjectives. So how many adjectives do we have in front of you? 2 adjectives, 1 and 2. So you have to really think about these 2 only. But maybe, let's say, okay, group A, what did you say? Culture? Okay, what about you guys? Traditional? Okay, so there is some kind of ambiguity. Why shouldn't we keep going? So what I'm teaching you guys right now is that once you find something that is a little bit difficult for you, never stick yourself into that question. Never waste time. Just go to the other question, to the other task, to the other fill, let's say to do the other blank, you know what I'm saying? Right? So go to the other one. خلونا هذا خلوها في صوب. Okay, let's talk about the other one. That sounds great. We have all heard about they of Omanis. Again, you've got the, and then we're talking about noun. If you go to those nouns, we've got what? Songs, New York, and friendliness. Which one is correct? Exactly, friendliness. That is lovely work. Yes. So, New York already what? Crossed. And then you've got songs and also friendliness. Can we say songs in here? Can we say songs? We have all heard about the songs of Omanis. I mean, it's ridiculous. Am I right? It's rude to say this, to be honest. Okay, so the answer is friendliness. Exactly. Oh, sorry. This is my mistake. It's not there. We said, yeah, we're talking about adjective. My apology. All right, so friendliness. I'm not going to write it as a whole, but this is the answer. Have you got it? Okay, let's keep going. I'm not going to read the whole thing because, why? Because our main goal is to learn how to, let's say, to play the role of detective when, let's say, trying to fill in blanks. Okay, so you've got this one. You are too kind. I think what makes us special is the way we, what? Together as a team. We. What kind of words is it? Who can tell me? Behind the screen, exactly. It's a subject. MashaAllah alaykum. It is subject. Excellent. And when we have subject, what comes after it? Who can tell me? We've got subject and then verb. Exactly. All of you, group A, B, and C. Very nice. We have what? Verb. How many verbs do we have in the list? 1 verb. Exactly. Work. See, it's very simple. You don't have to complicate yourself. If you just go through all of those blanks without thinking about those words, are they adjectives, are they nouns, are they verbs, are they adverbs, then maybe you're going to make so many mistakes. And I don't want you guys be in such situation. And this advice is very, very, very practical when it comes to those people who are in colleges or universities. You can just do the same, especially the foundation level. Okay? Right, so again, then going to this one, yes, that's very important. What are you doing as a part of celebrations? Have a look at this one. As a part of the celebration, we will be performing what? Omani dances. Is it traditional? Exactly. Very good. We're talking about traditional. So here, adjective 2. Remember this one. Do you remember this one? We're talking about one adjective. I said we are going to go back to it later. Did I say that? Okay, let's go. We have already done with one adjective. So, exactly, you have got only one adjective left, which is culture. That is correct. Culture. Very nice, very good. Now, is it clear? Is it clear for you people to, to really think about those kind of fill-in gap tasks and try to find the answer? But before you do that, you have to divide all the words written in that box in the 4 categories: nouns, verbs, adverbs, and what? And adjectives. And once you do that, try to search for the keywords in the context. Once you find the keyword, then any keyword that you are very sure about, you can just try to find the answer of that blank. And once you do that, you cross it and try to go to the other words again and again, and then you will get all of those answers of those blanks correct. That is right. Omani dances okay, so we will be performing what? Traditional Omani dances and what? So you've got dances. Akid, no, there is something else. Huh? Songs, exactly. Very lovely. Okay, so dances and songs. Is it crystal clear for you guys? Have you got the idea? Very good. So again, for the last time, when are you trying to complete a fill-in gap task and you've got some written words in a small box? Now, in order to answer those fill-in blank tasks, let's say those blanks, you have to really categorize all of those written words in the box into 4 categories: adjectives, verbs, nouns, and adverbs, and try to find the easiest blanks that you are really sure about. And once you do that, you choose the best answer for that blank and then cross it. Okay? This is what you have to do. Okay, let's go to learning strategy, positive and negative ideas. Like, don't go outside, it is very dangerous. Is it positive idea or negative? Yes, negative idea. If you go outside, then it is very dangerous. It's negative, okay? How can we say something positive? Like, let me say, Abdullah or Mr. Ismail Ashiyadi is the one who wrote this story. Is it positive sentence or negative sentence? It's positive sentence. There is nothing to talk about negatives here. Mr. Ismail, the one who wrote the story, and that's all. It's a positive sentence. Okay, very good. Right, now in this task, what I'd like you to do is to find out which sentence is positive, which sentence is negative. Very fast. Let's go to this one. Many of children work 16 hours a day with no rest or play and don't even get the chance to go to school. Is it positive or negative? Is it healthy to work for 16 hours? Unhealthy. So it's negative or positive? Negative, exactly. So this one is negative. And then going to this one. However, if you stop children from making rugs, then many of their families get no money for food or clothes, and traditional ends up dying. See the point? Is it a negative sentence or a positive one? Yes, it is. Negative sentence. It's not positive. End up dying. Okay. Going to this one. If you want to help children in other countries, then buy rugs that show a rug mark. Huh? Is it positive or negative sentence? Positive. There is nothing to talk about negative things here in this sentence. Going to the last one, buying a rug with the rug mark is a responsible way to show that respect others while helping them to keep their culture alive. Is it a positive sentence or a negative? Positive. Exactly. Thank you so much behind the screen. Yes, it is. Positive sentence. Okay. You've got some of the sentences here. I'm going to go through them for like a few seconds. Maha has written the report. Positive or negative? Positive, exactly. Nasser refused. Sorry to mention you, Mr. Nasser. Nasser refused to finish the paper before the deadline. Huh? Negative sentence. Not good. 3. The students didn't study for the quiz. The students didn't study for the quiz. Huh? Negative sentence. Yes, it is. Wudima takes her vitamins every day. That is positive sentence. Exactly. Very nice. Going to the last thing that I'd like to mention in my lesson for today. Soft G and hard G. Never complicate yourself. It's very simple. Very crystal clear now. It's in front of you. You can see it all. Am I right? Behind the screen. Can you see it? Good. So when do we pronounce the G sound as J? And when do we pronounce it as G? Very, very, very simple. If you have E or I or Y, proceed the G, then it pronounced as what? J. Exactly. J. Very, very lovely. Like, for example, let me give you this example. We don't say gym, we say gym. Why did we say gym? Because it is followed by what? By Y. So if the G sound or letter followed by Y or E or I, then it's pronounced as J. Of course, we have got some exceptions, and it's your job to look for those exceptions. But this is the common rule. Hard G, when I say G, okay? Do you remember I said goal? Okay, goal. Do you remember this one? So hard G, what? If the G letter is followed by what? By A or U, or O or U. If they are followed, the letter G followed by O, A or U, yes. Just give me 1 second, please. 30 seconds. If the G sound or letter is followed by A, O, and U, we pronounce it as G. Have a look at those examples. Heritage, E. Guest, because U. Organize, A. Organize. And then you've got this one. Original. Okay? I sound. Have you got it, the idea? Again, I'll zoom it a little bit so that you guys can just write some notes down. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, students, this is what our lesson is about for today. Hopefully that you have learned so much about it. Hopefully that you are not going to forget all the rules that you have already learned so far. The grammar one, the technique that you have used for the reading text comprehension, and also the G and G sound. I wish you all the best in the world and good luck. See you next week.